You wanna do something nasty? Hit it!
Let's see what we got here. Let's see what that is. It's I think this is a ground cable, probably. Alright, so let's check out this mini high torque starter. Let's see what we got. Computer tested, quality assured. That's good. So here it is. Looks good. I'm gonna compare this one to the old one once I pull it out. Alright. Here's what we're dealing with now. Just took out the old starter, and both screws decided to break. That's the lower one, and up there is the upper one. I managed to drill a hole in the lower one, thanks to this guy. And hopefully I can do the same with the upper. So now I'm gonna use this, and hopefully it will come loose. We'll see. That's the plan. I'll let you know if I succeed or not. If not, I intend to weld the screw on there. And then, yeah, hopefully get it loose. And the funny thing was that the starter was fine. It worked fine. But I thought that, well, since I'm doing a lot of other work on the car, putting new exhaust, it would be worse to switch it out later when the exhaust is there. So I decided to do it now and put a new starter in, and that's what you get. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Alright, plan B. That thing just popped right off inside the screws. See if I can... As you can see, it just broke. So plan B is to... I'm gonna weld a nut on there, on the screw. Hopefully it works. If it doesn't, I don't know what to do. Well, I got the lower one loose, and it took about 7 of these nuts, 10mm nuts. This is the upper one and it's not loose yet. I mean, I ran out of 10mm nuts, so the goal is to get some more, and hopefully Hopefully it will come loose, I don't know. I'm gonna try to drill a hole in it as well. Here's the front side of the radiator with the logo on. Came out pretty okay. The old starter. I mean, take a look at it. If you saw this and you had the exhaust out and you were working under the car, wouldn't you replace this one? I know I would. Which I am working on doing. Alright, I wanna give you a little update on my starter issues. Not so much with the starter itself, because the old starter was working fine. Although I think I showed you how it looked, and it was looking pretty old and pretty crusty. And yeah, since it was 30 plus years old, I wanted to replace it while I had exhaust down. So what started off like a easy project of removing 2 bolts, it turned out to from a 30-minute job to a 2-week job. So what happened was both heads on the screws popped off, and the screws were stuck. So I started thinking of different ways of tackling this, and since there was like maybe like a half a centimeter, 5 millimeters of the screw was sticking out this way. So I figured, yeah, I'll just put on a nut, weld it to the screw, and just screw it out there. On the lower screw worked fine. It took about seven nuts before I got it stuck, and it came out without an issue. The upper one, not so easy. This is where I've been working on for about 2 weeks. So it was the same principle as the lower one. A bit of the head of the screw was sticking out, so I figured, yeah, I'll weld a nut to that one too and just screw it out. After about, because it's kind of hard to get to it with the welder, to get a good angle, and you can't really see what you're welding when you're up there. So it took about 50, I'm not kidding, about 50 nuts. I'll show you my small collection. There's not all of them, but here's some of them. As you can see, there's quite a lot. So then I finally, you can see this one here. Then I finally got one that's stuck on the screw, and the tip of the screw just broke off as well, as you can see. So here's a part of the original screw in the nut. So then I already had drilled a hole in that screw. So I figured, yeah, I'll take one of these. Hold on, show you. In Sweden we call them pig dicks. You know, when you screw it in the wrong way, it's a left threaded, and these are hardened steel. And what ended up happening was that this one popped off in the screw. So then my issues were getting worse by the second. So since those are hardened, you can't drill them out with a regular drill, and it's kind of hard to get get the drill up there as well. So I used show you one of these. It's an angled, so this goes into this one, to the drill machine, and then you got the drill on the other end. So, but I couldn't drill that hardened steel thing out of the hole. So what happened was I used one of these. It's like a Dremel. I use this at work. It's like a Dremel, but way much more balanced. And these are also like diamond drills and whatnot. So it took me a long while to, and it's so hard to get it straight up there. So now, as it is right now, I was able to like machine out that hardened drill bit, so it's gone. But what ended up happening was that the hole is not straight, because it's so hard to get a good angle up there. I hope you can see that. So the hole is and a part of the old screw is still in there. It's crazy. It's so crazy. I tried to knock it out, mill it out, whatever. It doesn't. It's stuck. But as it is now, I didn't enlarge the hole. It's that much. It's like, as it is now, it's 6 millimeters inside. So what ended up happening was that I'm just gonna put stainless steel 6 millimeter screw, and the bottom one is like the original, so it's I think it'll hold it in place. And I got a washer inside the big hole of the starter. I'll show you. It's not like LMR's, you know, oh, this is a 5-minute job. I mean, it can be like that sometimes, but especially not this time. It took freaking 2 weeks. So I got a washer inside the starter like that, with a 6 millimeter hole in it. And this is the bottom hole, which is the same size as the original. So that's what I've been up to. I just wanted to share this with you. It's been a lot of thinking, swearing, cursing, trying out different methods to get that freaking screw out, but I can't spend more time on it now. So yeah, I just wanted to, and I've been up to some more stuff. I took these off the support bars, and I grinded them down and painted them. And I kind of regret that I just touched the starter from the get-go. Here's the old starter, but as you can see, it looks kind of old. And you never know how long the old one will last. Maybe it could last for years. I don't know. I have no idea. But since I had the exhaust down, and I just, hell, I won't change it. But well, so that's my 2-week job on one freaking screw. Crazy. I never experienced anything like it before, but yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. And I want to clarify that I mean, of course I lubricated the screws prior to even touching them, and heating them up a lot. Since the lower one, the head of the screw popped, I was extra, careful with the upper one, because I didn't want that one to break, but it did, and yeah, the rest is history. So yeah, maybe one day if I pull the motor and the transmission, I can I can drill that hole out, and I mean, everything is, I mean, I can just put a 10mm screw in there, so it will, but I don't know, maybe not. The main thing is that it works now. So yeah, all right, stay tuned for more, hopefully easier work. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.